Hello YouTube, this is a crude review of Anker 737 power bank. Well, you look at this and what amazes you first is the screen, which is a proper full-size pixel screen. And the second thing is the speed of charge, which is nothing short of amazing. Now, for the screen, originally the power banks have evolved from the dots, shining dots interface, and then over to alarm clock interface, and now we have proper screen with actually tells us things in beautiful fonts and language and plain language. So this is very convenient and enticing. You see this thing and you say like, oh wow, this is a really cool piece of tech. Yeah, the second cool piece of tech, as I said, is the charging speed. So I have this old power bank, about 3 years old. Back then it was a pinnacle of technology. It supports 18 watt per hour charge, but it's 111 watts, 30,000 milliamps. So it takes about overnight 7 hours to charge it fully. Now look at that. This supports 140 watts per hour charge, and this power bank is 24 milliamp hours, 24,000 milliamp hours. So overall it's about 85 watts of energy stored. I plug it in. This is my 100 watt Ryzen charger. I don't have 141, but you can see already numbers going up. And the fact that you can bring such a large power bank from 28% to 100% in less than an hour, it shows here 40 minutes, is absolutely amazing. You see it got to almost 100, almost the maximum speed, which is nice. So again, one thing is to store lots of energy like this old dude does. The other thing is being able to take this energy in and out at high speed. This is what makes this power bank so unique. Now, it won't charge quick with every quick charger. For example, here's my old Dell 130 watt charger, and in theory this should go up in 130 watts, but the funny fact is that with this charger it only goes up to about 85 watts per hour of charging speed and tops out there. Right, you see, yep, here you go, it stays there on 85. So actually a more powerful charger charges this power bank more slowly than the smaller one. So again, I don't know why this power bank is, this charger is about 3 or 4 years old, more like 3 years old, and probably uses all the protocols which this guy cannot agree on. So again, amazing speed of charge, but it comes with the weight. So what I find is that people that look at power bank and look at it and say, oh, that's 24,000 milliamps, it's so nice, and the form factor is also really convenient. Again, this is a larger capacity, but it feels kind of nice in your hand. Even if you have a small hand, you can grab it. Probably if you have a small hand for these guys, it's going to be a bit harder to grab, but it's like compact. It doesn't fall because it's kind of square. You can stand it up and it's stable, but the thing is that it's heavy. So it weighs 638 grams, almost 640 grams, which is quite a bit. This is your kind of good sized water bottle. So if you end up putting it into your backpack, it's like carrying an extra water bottle with you. And this was my realization after purchasing this some time ago. It's great, we use it quite often, but it never leaves the house unless we put it in the car. This weighs almost the same, 700 grams versus 640. So basically it has become a portable power socket that we move around the house. Again, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, whenever you see high capacity power bank, check the weight, because the weight maybe not something that you like. And if you buy a power bank for everyday carry, for portability, you may be disappointed. So this is actually of now previous generation already of this fun, cute power banks from Anker, and they come with the new series called Anker Prime, which brings me to our next power bank. Today is Anker Prime 20,000 milliamps. These ratings are so confused, they should just use watts all over the place. So yeah, 20 amps, 27 amps, sorry, 24 amps, and 20 amps. So you see the width and the depth are the same. The only difference is in height and in the weight. So this weighs 500 grams, 512 or something. For me, that's like the maximum thing that I consider carrying with me. Yeah, it can accept 100 watt charging speed and can produce 100 watts of discharge from each of the USB-C ports. So again, unless you share it with your family and need to charge 2 laptops in a hurry, there is no really difference. So I have only 1 laptop with me, so it doesn't matter if I charge it. I will only use 1 USB port for quick charge, so for me it's the same. On the new model, there's a bigger screen, so it has more options. Basically shows you similar numbers, battery cycle, temperature, and this has more settings. So basically the old one has just screen on and off configuration, and on the new one you can set the screen brightness, and overall the screen is bigger, nicer, easier to look at for people with aging eyes like myself. One thing to notice about the screen on the older one is it has auto rotate function, so you can flick it up, the numbers rotate, and doesn't work on the second one. So for me, it was originally, I thought it's more like a gimmick, but then eventually I found it more useful than I would think. So the point is that I don't like desktop chargers that sit on the desk, so I'd like to see my desk free of clutter. So all my charging systems actually sit below the desk, and when I charge, I just have the cable dangling from the edge of the desk, and I just plug it in, and my power bank sits like that. So with this guy, you see the screen is now rotated, so when I'm sitting at the desk, I can naturally look at the numbers, and the numbers look at me. Now with the new one, it doesn't have screen rotation, so when it's charging, the numbers will be always upside down. Again, it's not a biggie, definitely not a reason not to buy the new one, but I just wish they have kept the auto rotation screen. It's more like a lesson to myself, not to come with premature judgments about features before I use them actually myself. So both of these power banks, once you start using them, they will tell you how fast they discharge and how much time left at the current discharge state. Though from a quick check, again, I don't have a proper USB tester, but I would take these numbers with a grain of salt. So for example, this cable goes to my laptop that's currently in sleep mode. Once I plug it in to the new one, nothing happens. Okay, you see it's currently discharging at 1 watt per hour, which to me sounds a bit too high for the laptop in a sleep mode. And indeed, if I take it out and plug it into the 737, you can see that it settles down on 0.4 watts, which is more than twice the difference of what the new one shows to me. So again, the proper USB tester will tell the story, but at least for small currents, just don't take these numbers literally. Finally, so what's the verdict? Should you buy the previous generation? Should you go with the new generation? So the new generation has 12, 20, and 27 amp hour. So this is 20, and they have the 27, which is the same size as the old 737, but again it's 27 versus 24 amp hours, and the weight is the same. It's like 5-10 gram difference. In terms of functionality, the functionality is practically the same. Yeah, the screen is bigger, but that's about all the difference. And another difference is the connection to external charging station that Anker sells to you. But I don't plan to use it. Again, I don't like charges sitting on my desk. So for me, it's not relevant. So practically in terms of functionality, well, yes, there is a difference in specs. So the new ones the new one actually charges at the same 140 watt speed, but can release the charge at 250 watts. But again, for me, it's not a difference. So practically, it's unless you need to charge two hungry laptops quickly, there is no difference between that and the new one, except for a bit more capacity. But because this is a previous generation, it currently costs the half of what the new ones do. So this is now on sale in Australia for about 160 US dollars. Australian dollars, which is about 110 US. And it's the new generation of this large model costs about 300, and they are out of stock. So features are similar, and for half the price, if you're cost sensitive, I'll definitely go with this with the previous model if you need a large power bank. Which brings me back to a question: should you buy any of these at all? So depends what you like. For me, this is like an SUV, and this is the Ute, and what you need most of the time is the compact car, which is this 10,000 milliamp Anker PowerBank. So if you need something that you can throw into your pocket, into your bag, and forget about it, don't feel the weight, it's definitely this guy. It's 10,000 milliamps, can charge your phone twice, and the best part about it that it's capable of 30 watts output at 20 volts, 1.5 amps. So it can charge my laptop, or at least it can charge. It can charge a laptop. At least it can charge my laptop. And I know most of the Macs will accept 30 watts input. That's kind of the minimum input rate they will accept. So yeah, this is amazing. Have the capacity of my laptop battery. Again, it's like you can have it always on you as an emergency power bank. So if you're looking for an emergency power bank, none of this. I mean, both of these will work, but they're overkill because of the weight. So for emergency power bank that you can carry with you, the 10,000 one is the thing to take with you. You see, this is the credit card size, so you can see how small it actually is. And that's the guy. So yeah, this is the compact car, your everyday carry kind of power bank. And if you need an SUV, that's the guy. It can fully charge your laptop. It's modern, small, 500 grams. It's still carryable in the backpack, of course, not in your pocket. Yeah, for me, this is just too heavy. I don't need that much capacity. So, I don't need a Ute. But if you do need a Ute, if you need power bank with lots of capacity, yeah, this is the sweet spot in terms of features and price, at least as of December 2023. Hope you find it useful, and if you have any questions, shoot them out in the comments, and I'll see you next time.